Today we're finding who has the world's best steak. Oh my god, there's the first competitor of Gordon Ramsay, who's competing against Guga Foods, a 50-cent steak, the world's most expensive steak, Salt Bae, and many more.
Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to Gordon Ramsay's. And honestly, this place looks like more of a set rather than a restaurant. From the decor to the environment to literally the red on my face and all around the restaurant. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm pretty intimidated.
Thank you. Ribeye is gonna be charred raw. And on top, you're gonna have a little watercress with a red wine dinner. And those are Guinness infused mustard seasoning.
Two words, dry.
You see, this steak has been waiting and maturing to be eaten for 28 days. And you can honestly see it by just taking a look at how the collagen has been broken down to make this cut of meat look and seem like butter with how tender it is.
And having the meat be literally perfectly medium rare. The juices are literally pouring out. It makes for an absolutely legendary meal.
Now, although the steak was absolutely delicious, the price point for this cut was way too high to be the world's best steak. However, there's one type of spot that not only gives you the best value for steak, but also some of the world's most delicious.
Alright, so welcome to a place that you truly will not believe. There's 3 courses.
There's 4 courses.
Oh, there's 4 courses. How this works is you have a card, and if you put the green card up, the servers will know you're ready to eat and come over with
massive different spits of meat, ranging of course from steak like picanha sirloin, to other things like pork sausage, to chicken leg, and many other different types of meat.
Now, as long as you have this green card up, they just keep on bringing you meat for as long as you want. And then you put this up when you don't want anything, but of course, for now, let's put this up over there. What is this here?
Picanha Nusret top sirloin steak.
Ooh, very nice.
It's just dripping. The juice is
Would it be okay for you?
Oh, it's perfect.
Are you okay?
Yeah,
I'll try not to get any fingers, I promise.
Good to know, good to know.
Oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, I have never seen anything like this before. Sitting in front of us, we have round 1 of the delicious looking meat with anything from sirloin to different types of steak. And then of course we have the monstrous 3 other courses of the rice and beans and plantain, the cheese and meat board, and salad. Like, I mean, just take a look at all this food. It's literally a meal for kings. And it's only $25. Okay, this is officially my new all-you-can-eat favorite place to go to.
Like, it's not only the quantity of the all-you-can-eat, but the quality of all these meats being cooked on long skewers over a fire, with the fattier items being placed on top so the juices drip down, make the meats have a freaking unreal flavor. So the meat is amazing, and the price is a literal steal. Now, most steakhouses are just known for their good meat, but there's one that's known for their professional steak salter.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the famous, the unique, the Nusret Steakhouse. It's always been a small dream of mine to have my steak cut by him, so I'm gonna ask the waiter which steak I need to order to get him here.
It's here, so you will take the same photo sauce.
Is there a certain thing that you have to order to have this cut?
The small ones we don't cut because, like, for example, filet mignon.
Yeah.
They're too small to cut.
Okay, cool.
Let's have a look.
Cool. All right, awesome. Yeah, I'll go with the Istanbul strip loin then. Yeah. I'm both excited to eat, but weirdly nervous to have my steak cut by Salt Bae.
There it is. Oh, hello, sir.
What's going on? Oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
Beautiful.
Okay. Absolutely delicious, man. Amazing. My hands. They were shaking. Alright, so sitting in front of us, we have a beautiful made Istanbul strip sirloin, which looks perfectly medium rare with a crazy amount of salt. Honestly, although being a little bit more expensive than normal places, if you want that piece of entertainment, it's a fun place to go. And crazy stuff like this happens. It literally feels like both a show and weirdly a fancy restaurant.
Possibly the world's most desired steak is Wagyu. Some say it's the best steak in the world, and then however there's some that say it's just hype.
Alright, so what do we have here?
This is the Wagyu ribeye.
Okay.
The grill is
Yeah.
like 350 degrees. It's gonna be 3 minutes from each side. Woo!
Dang, you got that grill up high right there. And you try to get that flame on it for a different flavor and stuff like that, or?
No, we don't do it on purpose. It comes out because of the fat. This is the seasoning.
Oh my god, this is an absolutely stunning steak, with the fat almost looking like an art piece with the meat. With the marbling being the main draw to Wagyu, which not only depends depends on the breed of the cow, but also what they eat, where they graze, and some believe in how they're treated.
You know, normally in a steak, you know, you'll really taste that meaty taste, you know, and the Wagyu, it's like that perfect combo between the fat, but also the meat.
Exactly.
And it tastes completely different than normal. It's a rich culinary experience.
Now, although Wagyu lived up to all the hype, there's one steak cut unknown by most that steak lovers call the world's best. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a place that's literally not possible in any other country. You see, this restaurant serves a meat called Hanwoo that has a similar process to Wagyu, however is so desired by Koreans that it's only available to be eaten here in Korea, making a meat that literally looks like no other meat in the world.
Oh, I'm like a little kid on Christmas morning right now. Oh my God.
Now, the process for cooking this meat is also incredibly original to Korea, with having it be a traditional Korean barbecue type setup and having the employees, which at this restaurant are family members, turn your meat for you. And it actually comes with a ridiculous amount of side, including beef sashimi, incredible looking beef tartare, an insane looking pan-fried steak with their homemade kimchi and bean sprouts on the side. But for now, sticking to the Hanwoo.
What you do is you just dip it in a little bit of salt. I'm so freaking excited for this. What you guys are about to watch has literally been on my bucket list for years. Cheers. Guys, if you come to Korea, you have to make sure, and listen to this very carefully, run over here once you get off the airplane and eat this. Holy shit.
Now, most meats considered the world's best are crazy expensive, but I believe price doesn't always determine the deliciousness, which is why I found the world's cheapest steak for 40 cents.
So how are they gonna make it here?
This is pure meat, spices and full masala.
And does he like marinate it overnight and stuff like that? Or?
Only 12 hours, 12 to 14
12 hours.
marinate, otherwise it would have that.
Got it.
Oh, and then on the side here, he's making a homemade, beautiful pudding.
And oh wow, look at that. It has like just a bunch of stuff popping out of it.
Yes,
like
yes.
it doesn't look like it's just meat. Normally you see maybe a little bit of spice on top of meat. On this one, things are popping out of it.
There's a lot of elements. Most of them are the spices.
And then it's served on the side here with some onions, and then served with some special sauce, some secret sauce. Rip it off there, dip in there. Wow, that is a beautiful bite. Honestly, one of the most flavorful meats I've ever had. It's fresh, secret stuff went into it. We're homemade. This is off the charts good.
Now, there's this long-running debate on if you should spend the money to go to a steakhouse or get better meat quality for cheaper and grill it at home. And without a doubt, the #1 guy teaching people how to do this on YouTube is Guga Foods. Now, to represent the king of steaks on YouTube, Guga Foods, we have 2 different types of steak contenders. One of being Guga's favorite steak of the Wagyu A5 Miyazaki sirloin. That's won the world's best steak award multiple times. And then, of course, one of Guga's preferred ways to prep a steak of dry aging for 35 days with Guga's preferred method. Oh my gosh, Lucille, just looking at these steaks.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like the Wagyu has so much fat. It's like so marble.
Literally looks like a work of art. It doesn't
Yeah.
look like a piece of steak.
Yeah, I'm like so excited to eat that. I've never eaten something like that before.
You've never had Wagyu?
No, never.
Ah!
And this one looks so different too because this really red and also super thick. Like it's so different than the Wagyu.
Yeah, like you pick the Wagyu up, and if you look at my hands there, it's almost like my hands are incredibly just filled with fat.
Yes.
It almost feels like it's cooking the steak in your hand. Now, Guga's recipes are both simple, but also takes a lot of time. With, for example, the dry aging taking 35 days. However, then with the preparation is simply just seasoned with salt and pepper and garlic powder. And the Wagyu, literally with salt. However, the reason why this steak takes so long is his preferred way of grilling, being an indirect grill at 250 degrees Fahrenheit with a sear at the end. All right, Lisa, what do you think of these steaks here, looking at them?
This one still looks very, very fatty, but you can see that the fat has melted and like become a juice for the meat.
Yeah, no, the fat literally is just like everywhere on this board because it was just melted completely on the grill. But what's really cool is like you can still see the marbling all throughout the meat. Like there's the little tiny pieces of marbling, like they're so slight. It's not like a big piece of fat, but they're so slight in there. In terms of this one, you know, it has a like really beautiful sear on it because it's a larger piece of meat.
And also it feels like it has like more consistency, you know, it's like a thicker piece of meat.
Yes.
It's very, very compact.
Yes.
Whereas like the Wagyu is like really overflowing with
It's literally just falling apart.
Yeah, cheers. Oh, I got 2 pieces, I'm okay with that.
How's your first ever Wagyu experience? You love it?
It's so fatty, I love it.
Just melts in your mouth, right?
Fat is life, I'm really enjoying it.
Obviously, you know, these steaks are not perfectly made.
We're
We
not
aren't
professional
chefs. However, with that said, I mean, I love eating steak at a restaurant, but this, way more price conscious for Wagyu, and it was absolutely unreal. So these both of these steaks, they're gonna be rated very, very high. He says he can do a good impression of me. Go for it, bro.
Those guys were so nice. I love this city. It's like everybody's so happy, everybody's so nice and friendly. It's so awesome here.
Bro, you're amazing, bro. You're amazing.